We have high standards and high expectations. We didn't meet those tonight.
Despite the 6-0 win Friday night, the Skating Rebels still not satisfied.
We got back in the room after the game, and everyone knows we got more tomorrow.
What else do the Skating Rebels have in store? We'll see later on tonight. Night 2 of 2 in a physical season opening series. UNLV, Oregon, coming up next.
Game 2 of 2 here in City National Arena between the Oregon Ducks and the UNLV Skating Rebels. A player to look out for is forward Preston Proziak. He scored his first goal on the Scarlet and Gray last night and totaled 2 more points off assists. For more on that, let's kick it over to Bo Kennedy, who's ringside with Preston. Bo?
I'm joined here with forward Preston Brodziak. Preston, you scored your first goal last night as a Skating Rebel. What were those emotions like?
Yeah, it felt good. I think it was a really good game for us. We got a lot to improve on, and I think we can be better, but yeah, it felt good to get the first one here.
And what was the message in the dressing room ahead of tonight's matchup?
Just be better. I mean, I don't think we played our best game, so I think we can kind of build off yesterday. It was the first game, get that out of the way, and I think we can be better today.
And lastly, how do you calm your nerves and settle into this hockey game?
Just be confident, I feel like. Confidence, preparation. I feel like it's nice to be at home and play on Saturday night, so there's nothing better.
Awesome. All right, thanks for taking the time, Preston. Good luck tonight. Go get them.
Thank you.
Boys.
Thank you, Bo, and thank you, AJ, and thank you all for tuning in once again. Night 2 of 2 coming right up here at City National Arena between the Oregon Ducks and the number 3 ranked UNLV Skating Rebels. As always on the call, myself, Dominic Lavoie, joined by Ryan Gilder. Now, Gildy, was a pretty eventful night last night. A 6-0 win for the Skating Rebels. Lots of goal scoring up and down the lineup. And Oregon's hungry coming into this one.
Yeah, they're very hungry going into this one. And I really feel like they started to settle in that third period. They held down the Rebels pretty good on defense, but they weren't able to generate any offense. The big question mark is going to be not just the defensive side, but if Oregon's able to actually capitalize on offense at all. And the big thing's going to be getting those controlled breakouts, being able to be controlled instead of uncontrolled, and getting through that blue line without going off sides.
And Gildy, another goal for Oregon tonight is just to score one. We spoke with head coach Jack Hyman before the game started, and that's what he said. That's part of what makes tonight successful for Oregon is scoring one. They don't want to be shut out again. They also want to improve on their first period. They don't want to be down 3-0 heading into the first intermission. But they also acknowledge this is one of the best teams in the country. They're fresh off of that national championship game appearance, and they're also trying to take this game as a learning experience, really, to carry them through the rest of the season.
Yeah, I really feel like yesterday was a learning experience for this Oregon team, and you saw that they were getting better throughout the game. They were doing some things better than others, like on offense, they weren't doing a very good job getting those controlled breakouts, but on defense, they looked pretty settled in that third period. UNLV had a tough time getting good quality shots, so now it's going to be, can they play a full game of hockey, this Oregon team? And even if they lose, it's just how they play throughout this game is going to be very important to see how they do throughout this season.
Oregon looking for some lessons to be learned here tonight as a brand new intro video at City National Arena plays on the big screen. We're going to be taking a look at the UNLV starters first up. Caleb Strong, Preston Brodziak, and Bradley Gallant, the top line from last night. All three of those guys, Gildy, scoring a goal. On the blue line, Jackson Wyatt and rookie Dylan Kuntz. And in between the pipes, rookie of UNLV in his senior year, you know him well, Doug Wakeland from the University of Central Oklahoma.
Well, now we get to root for him, Dom. How good is that? Because last year, it was really difficult going like, oh my goodness, this UNLV team, they're getting so many shots off, but Dougie's getting every stop. It's crazy.
Doug Wakeland was a backstop for the Broncos in their series split here last year in January. Now, enough UNLV. We're going to take a look at Oregon's starters for tonight. From left to right, James Gagan, Charlie Marr, and Nicholas Slayton, the forwards. Axel Wyatt and Henry Andres, the defenseman. And in between the pipes, Jaden Marinaro getting his first start this season. We also spoke with Jack Hyman pregame about his goaltending situation. He gets a start tonight. George Serban got the start on Friday night, and it's really just getting them reps. They don't know who their number one goaltender is, much like a quarterback battle. So he just wants to get these guys reps, figure out who's going to be the number one goalie heading into the rest of the year.
These are really good reps right here. You're playing against probably the best team in the ACHA, especially in the West Coast. So this is going to be really good competition for them, especially as goaltenders are going to get a lot of shots faced. How are you going to deal with all the pressure? Let's see how Mariano does tonight.
The starters being announced at City National right now. And once again, going through the starters without the graphic this time. Caleb Strong, Preston Brodziak, and Bradley Gallant, the forwards for UNLV. Jackson White and Dylan Kuntz on the blue line, and Doug Wakeland in between the pipes for the Skating Rebels. And once again, coming from the goalie crease out, Jaden Marinaro for starting in net for Oregon. On the blue line, Henry Andres and Axel Wyatt. And then left to right on the forward lines, you have James Gagan, Charlie Marr, and Nicholas Slayton. Now the starting lineups are wrapped up. We're going to step away for a brief moment for the national anthem. Oregon and UNLV coming right up.
Presented by Pittsburgh Injury Law. Here to perform the starting playing veteran, please welcome to the ice, Gary Brunetti. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets riddling, the bombs bursting in air, did prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, land of the free and the
And there you have the national anthem wrapped up. All the pregame festivities come and go, and all that's left is the fun part, Cody.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun tonight. Last night, UNLV, they started off really loose. Let's see if they're able to do that again. Because when they were loose, they looked like they could do anything against this Oregon team.
Going to take one moment to go through both starters for each team. Once again, UNLV first up, Caleb Strong, Preston Brodziak, and Bradley Gallant, the forwards. Jackson White and Dylan Kuntz on the blue line, and in between the pipes, Doug Wakeland in his first start as a Skating Rebel. Looking at Oregon, James Gagan, Charlie Marr, and Nick Slayton. The forwards, Axel White and Henry Andres holding down the back end, and Jaden Marinaro is going to be holding down the blue paint for this Ducks team.
So we talked a little bit about Doug Wakeland yesterday. He could be that one player to elevate UNLV to be that national champion in the ACHA. Last year they got tired late in the season going into that tournament, and we play day after day after day, having that second goaltender is huge. And having a 1A, 1B, 1C that this team has, that can play a big factor in the back end of the season.
Charlie Marr and Preston Brodziak dig in, and we're underway at City National Arena on Saturday night. Thank you for joining us. Icing's waved off early as Kuntz whacks that one around. Now here's Bradley Gallant. He had a goal last night. And a shot from the point there, that was Kuntz. Save made by Marinaro. Now Brodziak. Centering pass for Strong. He shoots into the chest of Marinaro. And he'll hold for a whistle, and Caleb Strong gets shoved into the net and knocks it off its moorings. Good chance early for the Rebels.
Yeah, we were talking before the game about, hey, this first line, all three of them scored, hey, maybe a first shift goal. Very close to one right there by Brodziak.
Pretty close there. Just the normal low to high play, bang, bang, real quick, that a lot of teams at every level of hockey find success with. Here's Nagra shooting one through traffic. He scores! Looks like it was redirected by the stick of Oliver Band. Ollie Band has his first goal as a skating Rebel, feet in the crowd. And it's 1-0, 45 seconds in.
Yeah, Oliver Band wanted in on the action. We talked about maybe a first shift goal. Second shift is able to get it done, get the first goal for UNLV. They look really loose just like last night, and they put up a goal within the first minute of the game. 45 seconds in, Dom.
Yet another rookie Gildy scoring their first goal this weekend. And I'll make that 25 unanswered goals in the last 3 games between UNLV and Oregon. As we said, that's dating back to December of 2022, the last time the Ducks have scored in this building. Here's Matias Del Monte, the captain, up top. Feeds one through traffic, hits Cole Wyatt. He settles it down. Shakes off a check from Carson Strike. Del Monte on the half wall, soccers that puck to himself. He dips the shoulder. Sauces that one into the corner. Tobin Fix hops on that first and steers it back in for Strike. Strike collides with the official. Tristan Rand hops on the loose puck, stops up, gets lost in the feet of Wyatt, and now here's Baird. Baird swings it to the wing for Henningsgaard, who just sends that one on net, and it's a paddle stop by Wakeland. Now Band takes a check. Tristan Rand chips that around. Henry Andres goes to battle with Esposito in the corner. Sweeps it over for Axel Wyatt. He underskates the puck. Here's Stathopoulos. Sweeps that down low. Ronan Keenan's the first one there. Keenan spins it back down. There's Stathopoulos in the corner. Centers one. Esposito clears it to the corner. Stathopoulos with the puck again up top. Kyle Quinn. Quinn shoots one through traffic. Kick save by Marinaro. Keenan bumps Esposito. Baird has that puck poked away by Dylan Jensen. He scored last night for the Rebels as well. The third goal of the game in the final minute of the first period. Oliver Band officially credited as the goal scorer on that redirection. Connor Hacker takes a big bump from Stathopoulos behind the play, and we have a whistle. And Justin Stathopoulos throwing the body again, and Gildy, as we saw Stathopoulos get more comfortable last season, his freshman year last year, and as he got more acclimated to the ACHA level and it was teammates who started throwing the body around more, it's carried over this year.
Yeah, he's one of those breakout players. Maybe was giving us props for saying that. He made the hit right in front of us too, Dom. But no, Stathopoulos is one of those breakout players that's going to make a huge jump from last year to this year. And you even saw at the end of the tournament with those 2 big goals.
Stathopoulos' 2 huge goals coming in the semifinal game against the University of Central Oklahoma. His pair of goals helped propel UNLV to their first national championship game appearance. Three young bucks out there for the Rebels. Evan West, Hayden Siegel, and Dylan Kuntz. A shot by West gets shouldered away and into the protective netting. Jackson Wyatt's out there as well, the third-year skating Rebel, the junior defenseman, and Parker Williams, a Concordia transfer, centering that line that's now getting changed up in favor of the top line. Brodziak, Strong, and Gallant.
We talked last night. Is this the night that Jackson and Cole both find the back of the net?
I hope to see it at least once this season. Don't know how many brother combos have scored in the ACHA as Brodziak dances around and tries to center one for Gallant. It gets chopped away. Strong cuts outside. Here's Kuntz, steps in, shooting one. Save made by Marinaro. Good chance by Dylan Kuntz. It's played up by Slayton. Gains the red and sends it in. Now Gallant. Now here comes Jackson Wyatt through center. Gets the puck poked away by Brock Braslovsky on the back check, and here comes a 2-on-1 for the Ducks. Jackson Wyatt gets back, centering pass, tipped on. No joy for the Ducks. Now here's Gallant coming the other way, all by himself on the right side. He sends it in. He shakes off a bump from Tobin Fix. Now here's Strike. Turns the puck over. Now Matias Del Monte at his own blue line. Sweeps it back for Devin Nagra. And here's Nagra. Gains the zone himself. Gets it poked away by Braslovsky again on the back check. And now here he comes. Speedy Braslovsky up the right wing. Chips it into the zone. Recovered by Del Monte, who shakes off a bump. There's Oliver Band, the first goal scorer tonight. First goal is a skating Rebel. Now here's Tristan Rand up the left wing. Oregon got changed up. Rand puts one on, odd angle. Bottom of the net, sealed by those Bryant's pads. And held for a whistle.
Yeah, that's an opportunity there. Maybe Rand, maybe hold it, go around the net, try to find someone else on the ice, maybe get a better shot. Because right there, I don't know really what you're really going to get out of that. What do you think, Dom? Because it's just a easy shot. I mean, he got frozen, but what do you think there?
And that's something that a lot of guys playing hockey, especially in the National Hockey League, that's a lot of people. We have another whistle. A lot of players try and make that move and try and shoot that shot from in tight when the goaltender is in that's the reverse VH, because they usually don't seal the post with their upper body, so there's a window right next to the ear and right above the shoulder, and a lot of players are training for that shot, and a lot of goaltending coaches even for NHL teams scout goalies for the other team and tell them, hey, if they're in the reverse VH, try and sneak it right by their ear.
Gotcha there, Dom.
Unfortunately, Rand just didn't get all of
that.
that.
Yeah, it looked like I missed it a little bit. Went pretty much on the ground, on the ice there, and it missed.
Puck's directed wide. Del Monte engaged in a battle down low. Now on the right side. Coming right at you. That's Tristan Rand, who cuts the center. Rand dips the shoulder. Can't get around Henry Andres. Rand plays it up softly for Del Monte, who tries to knife it through. But Henningsgaard sends it right back down the length of the ice. And Henningsgaard's frustrated, palm skyward. Another icing, and Gowdy speaking with Jack Hyman pregame. He attributed the icing calls to it's the first game of the season, and they implemented new systems. They're still trying to get used to it.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen when you're new at playing against a different team. In practice, you can practice all you want against your own team, but when you're playing against a different team, you're going to see different things. And what's going to happen is that you're going to make mistakes like last night, the offsides, the icings. That's what happened last night. So the big thing is, are you going to be able to adjust from game 1 to game 2, and from the first series to the second series?
Keenan digs in, and Henningsgaard can't get there. Dylan Ford plays it in. Now here's Baird. He misplays the puck. Ford spins it right back down low. Of note, Jacob Sanger is not active tonight for the Oregon Ducks, so his jersey is out there. That's Alex Olyanov, a rookie for the Ducks. His jersey has not come in yet. Normally he's number 8. He's wearing the injured Jacob Sanger's jersey tonight. Sanger went down with a shoulder injury Friday after a collision with Dylan Ford in the corner. As the aforementioned Ford sweeps it over for Dylan Jensen, doing battle with Olyanov. Now here's Jackson Wyatt up top. Wyatt shoots one, chest save by Marinaro. Jackson Wyatt now in deep, below the goal line, taking the time and space that he's got. Up top, Ford. Dylan Ford sauces that one into the corner. Jensen's on that, plays it back for Stathopoulos. Here's Justin Stathopoulos behind the net. Looking, centering pass, shooting one. Jensen rebound, chance for Keenan. And a big-time save for Marinaro. And Ronan Keenan all he can do is sigh and shake his head.
Yeah, you hear all the sick taps from the Oregon bench. Great save there by Marinaro. And we talked about which goaltender is going to really show up, and Marinaro's doing a pretty good job. I know he gave up the goal earlier, but he's going to get a lot of shots faced tonight. He's going to face upwards from that 35 to 50 mark of shots faced, so he's going to have a lot of opportunity to redeem himself.
And already, Gildy, UNLV is on pace for 30 shots, and they're just about 6.5 minutes into this one. Shots are 10-1 in favor of the Rebels. Wyatt up top for Evan West. Shot. Pad save Marinaro. Good stick lift by Parker Williams on the back check on Charlie Marr, and they're going to engage in battle. Charlie Marr regains possession behind his own net and scoops it out. It's a foot race. Dylan Kuntz wins that one. That was a foot race between Kuntz and Sanger, or Gagan, excuse me.
And I think that was a risk that Oregon was willing to take. Hey, if you have a guy that's down there, try to dump it down. Maybe you win that, and then you have the puck over at your offensive zone.
Marr and Williams dig in. Faceoff's tied up. Here's Hayden Siegel, puts one on net softly, and we have a delayed penalty called. Hooking is going to be the penalty. And it looks like it's going to be on Charlie Marr. Charlie Marr's going straight to the bench, but nope, he's being escorted right back over to the penalty box. So UNLV going to the power play just under 7 minutes into this first period. Charlie Marr going for a hook. That was on Hayden Siegel as he tried to corral that puck in the slot. He still got the shot off, just not as good as he would have liked. And UNLV gets another shot on the power play. Shot by Jackson Wyatt, save made by Marinaro. And that gets whacked out by Hannon 200 feet.
And we talked about the power play yesterday. Didn't look good in Lindenwood. Didn't look that good last night. Let's see how UNLV adjusts in their 4th game of the season.
Here's Bradley Gallant with speed. Evan West down low for Gallant. Now here's West up top, Cole Wyatt. For Jackson, touches it on for Del Monte. Matias Del Monte swings it to the half wall for Cole. Rink wide Jackson, touches down low for Gallant. Bradley Gallant back up top for Jackson. Return pass Gallant, touched over Del Monte. Del Monte steps in, shoots one, misses the net high and wide. And that puck rims out of the zone and down the length of the ice, allowing for a full sail change on the PK unit for Oregon.
And I like the shot there by Matias Del Monte, just a couple inches away from the iron, but good shot there by Del Monte.
UNLV looking for a controlled breakout. They have some fresh power play legs out there. Devin Nagra, Stathopoulos trying to get it rink wide. Skips out of the zone, recovered by Caleb Strong. Strong head fakes. Skates through center, shakes off a hit. Here's Stathopoulos, moving on in. Centers one, can't get it to Preston Brodziak, who's looking for his second of the weekend. Brodziak gets canceled out by strike, and that puck hops over the stick of Caleb Strong and down for Doug Wakeland to stop up, and fresh Ducks coming on for the PK. 20 seconds to go on the UNLV power play, their first of the night. Here's Preston Brodziak looking, shooting one. Can't get it on net, recovered by Nagra. There's Nagra at the faceoff dot up top. Caleb Strong near side. Directing traffic with the head. Caleb Strong, top of the circles, rink wide feed. Brodziak shoots one, they score! With 4 seconds left, Tristan Rand redirects a shot pass from Preston Brodziak into the back of the net, and the UNLV Skating Rebels are up 2-0.
They did exactly what they needed to do. The power play, they were playing too tense yesterday and in their previous series right there. They slowed the game down. One pass to another, and Rand was able to find the back of net after the great shot pass there by Brodziak. But right there, they did a great job slowing the game down, and that's why they got that goal, and now up 2-0.
And that's the NCAA experience for Preston Brodziak coming into play as Hayden Siegel gives chase and waves off the icing. Siegel settles that puck down. Up top, Carollo, D to D for Kuntz. Shooting one, tipped on, rebound, West pad save by Marinaro. Big time hit in the neutral zone. Dylan Koontz gets sent to the ice. Emphatically at the blue line by Easterson. And the Ducks throwing the body around as well. Connor Hacker turns it over. Siegel, slot shot, chance, rebound, score! Dylan Jensen burying the rebound, his second of the weekend. 3-0 Rebs.
That's just a bad turnover there by Oregon. You got to play a lot smarter in your defensive zone, especially when you're playing a team like UNLV, because they're going to make you pay for it. And Jensen and Siegel just made Oregon pay for that mistake right there with the turnover in their defensive zone.
Dylan Jensen, second of the weekend. Both nights scoring the third goal of the game. Gildy just
gotta play smarter there. There's no reason for that turnover. You're in your defensive zone. UNLV was making a line change. The only two down there was Siegel and the goal scorer Jensen. And it just was a happy birthday present there. Siegel put it on net, and Siegel was able to get the rebound and put it in. But that's just an unacceptable turnover in your defensive zone, Dom.
Yeah, that was just an ill-advised turnover. Head was down, turning around and just firing the puck up ice. And just a great effort by Hayden Siegel, getting to the slot and letting a quality shot go. And it found the stick of Dylan Jensen, who has 2 goals in as many nights so far this season. Henningsgaard shooting one. That's a save made by Doug Wakeland. And now here comes Ronan Keenan. Keenan moving on in, shooting one! Just went wide. Everyone lost track of the puck there. Quinn shoots one, tipped on net by Keenan. And another save, 2 good chances by the Nashville Spartans alum. And another icing on the Ducks. And you got to think Ronan Keenan's first goal has to be coming soon.
Yeah, that was as close. I thought it was in the back end of the net. The only way I knew that it was when the referee waved no, but it looked like a perfect shot just over the shoulder of the goaltender there, Marinaro. But this UNLV team, they're playing really good, but also this Oregon team, you got to control what you can control. You know this UNLV team, skill-wise, is better than you. They're a team that has a little bit more chemistry than your team as well. But this Oregon team, they still should be able to get you should get the puck out of your own defensive zone, not make sloppy plays, and just give UNLV the puck like they're doing right now.
It's a puck possession game this week. And now here's Bradley Gallant, centering pass. Brodziak, return pass. Tried to get it back for Gallant. Preston Brodziak being generous when he was wide open and tight. UNLV back with possession after that. Rush fell apart for the Ducks. Behind the UNLV cage, there's Gallant again. Here's Charlie Marr shooting one, misses the net. Puck's whacked back down low. Dalmonte's there. Puck moved up ice. Sent right back in and settled down by Matias Dalmonte. Now here's Bradley Gallant once again. Gallant looking. Here's Rand shooting one. He scores! Tristan Rand. Second of the night. This time coming like a bat out of hell into the zone and letting one go.
Yeah, wide open there. Was in the slot. Guys shot off and it went just trickled right past the goaltender there, Marinaro. But if you're Oregon, if you're the two defensemen back there, you want some more help. There was no help back there, and that's because they were pushing too much on offense that they weren't able to recover back on defense. And now the score is 4-0.
Here's Dylan Koontz. Rink-wide feed for Cole Wyatt. He whacks that one. That it goes off the skate of Axel Wyatt. No relation, to my knowledge. Charlie Marr steers that one around for Henry Andres, who flips that one. It's gloved down by Koontz and knifed back up by Charlie Marr, who snags it for himself. Here comes Oliver Band. Band shooting one. Misses the net just wide. Oliver Band with a big reverse hit on Barack Broslovsky, and he's labored right in front of our broadcast. Broslovsky gets back to the bench. Broslovsky's hurt. Parker Williams misses the net. Kyle Quinn. Now Williams. Now Quinn. Quinn takes a hit. Evan West now. Can't skate through Slayton. Evan West back with possession. West can't sweep that to the front of the net. Now here's Voiles. Sends it up. Just goes over the hand of Joey Carollo down 200 feet for another ice.
Yeah, this Oregon team, they've been playing really sloppy so far to get things started. And the tip for them right now, control what you can't control. Like, if you're going to give up a goal, like, you always get some play, it happens. But when you get a good defensive play, get some momentum off of it. Turn it into some offense. Don't try to be sloppy. Don't try to dump it down to the other end of the ice because it's going to be icing. They've iced the puck the last 6 times they've gotten the puck. And it's just making them more and more tired. And then being tired results in them making more sloppy decisions. So it's it's one thing leading to another.
Snowball effect. Niagara whacks that one, steered out of play. And Evan West introduces himself to Keegan Kemper. Dalmonte stays out with Niagara. Here's Stathopoulos, Jensen, and Keenan.
But UNLV 20 shots in the first 14 minutes, Dom. That's a pretty high number.
Already pouring it on, and Dalmonte can't make a play on that puck. And here comes Hannon. And that's shot by Easterson, gets blocked. Easterson with the biggest hit of the weekend. That came earlier on Dylan Kuntz in the neutral zone. Strike down low. Now here's Fix. Tobin Fix kicks off of a skate. Now up top there's Kuntz. Kuntz shooting one. Tipped on. Keenan with another chance. Gets tied up. Now the neutral zone, a bit of a mess. Some pushing and shoving, and Ronan Keenan's tied up. See some penalty signals, or the official pointing at people. It was Dylan Kuntz tied up, and he's still jawing. Dylan Jensen's tied up there as well. So we have one duck in the penalty box. That's Lars Kroos. We're trying to get visual to see if there's anyone else. It's Dylan Kuntz posted as well. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And couldn't get the penalty signal, but could imagine it's going to be roughing penalties. So we're going to be 4-on-4, 2 minutes even. One of our favorite things, Gildy, more ice space.
Yes, more ice, and that really benefits UNLV. Lets them be more creative. And that's sometimes why they score a lot while being shorthanded, more ice.
Here comes the chance. Go on. Saucer pass. Brodziak can't get a stick on it. And now here comes Chapman the other way. Partial 2-on-1 with Baird. Gallant hustling back. Shot save made by Wakeland. 30 seconds gone in the 4-on-4 period. Brodziak catches this pass. Here he comes. Brodziak centering pass. Gallant shooting one. Misses the net wide. It goes careening into the end wall. Another chance for UNLV in this 4-on-4 period, Gildy, and you're seeing the creativity that you talked about as the shot gets steered away by the blocker of Wakeland. And that pass goes on the skates of Gallant. He'll have to recoil.
And it was so funny because after Gallant shot that, the light went on for the goal, but the puck just didn't go into the back of the net.
That's how certain everyone was that he was going to score there right from the doorstep. Here comes a chance for UNLV against Strong. Can't dance through traffic. Nagra in the slot, shooting one. Blocker save. Good chance for Devin Nagra. .35 to go in the 4-on-4 period. Here come the Ducks. Centering pass, no one's home, and here comes Caleb Strong, one-on-one. Got a little bit of support from Cole Wyatt and Nagra. Just misses the mark to get Nagra, and he whacks it down low. 20 to go now. Cole Wyatt spins one. Del Monte shoots one. Misses the net. Strong whacks at the rebound. Pad save by Marinaro. 10 to go in the 4-on-4 period. Cole Wyatt breaks up that pass, but can't come away with possession. Now the final seconds ticking off. The 4-on-4 period. Both teams back to full strength. That puck gets flipped way up into the netting. We got a whistle, 3:37 to go. UNLV up still 4-0, 22-3 are the shots.
Couple really good opportunities, one by Strong and another by Gallant there in that 4-on-4. Unable to find the back end net, but still I think this UNLV offense looked really loose and they looked really good in that 4-on-4 stretch.
They haven't skipped a beat, and that's what Captain Matias Del Monte said post-game is it felt like they've been skating forever. And when you play an NCAA Division I opponent, no matter who you play, it's going to feel like that because on Sunday, Lindenwood did end up kind of back skating the Rebels. It's just the conditioning as another kick save by Marinaro. It's a conditioning that those teams have, and it's not to knock UNLV. It's just those guys there. Keenan gets knocked to the ice by two Ducks. He'll get right back in on the half wall and pitch that one back down low to the corner for Stathopoulos. It's shaking off pressure from two Ducks as well. Jackson Wyatt knocks it back in. Stathopoulos hops on the puck on the opposite side and loses an edge. Keenan bumps Charlie Marr. There's Dylan Kuntz. Kuntz centers it. Rand shooting one. He scores! Tristan Rand. Natural hat trick. Have a day for the sophomore. UNLV up 5-0.
Hat trick in the first period and scored that third goal exactly how we were talking about Rand's shot earlier. That was short and hit the pad of the goaltender, Mariano. He leaves that top shelf open around that right ear of his, and he hit that right there for the goal. But exactly what you were talking about, Dom, with that open slot right there in that stance that Marinaro's in, he leaves that open, and Rand exposed him 3 times tonight.
Tristan Rand, natural hat trick. Now here he comes again. Rand centers one, another shot by Cole Wyatt. It doesn't look like it made his stick. Cole Wyatt shakes off a bump. Now here's Baird. Through center, gains the right and just chips it in. Dylan Kuntz gets his first point of the night. Picking up the primary assist on that goal. Here's Rand again. Tristan Rand on the left wing. Centers one off the stick of Cole Wyatt. Same exact play as the last rush. A minute and about 37 seconds to go. That puck's tipped in. Hayden Siegel's going to give chase. Evan West on the opposite side. Del Monte settles the puck down, fires one right to the tape of Siegel. Shot by Parker Williams. He scores! Parker Williams, ring, ring, ring the post. The Skating Rebels match their total from last night. They're up 6-0.
6-0, and Parker Williams able to find the back of the net. We love the new additions finding the back of the net here in the home opener. Parker Williams, what a sharp shot right there, Dom.
Williams gripping and ripping it far side, posted in. You can hear the ring over our noise canceling headphones there, Gildy.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, because our headphones really nice. We get the ear muffs, so like it gets a little bit warmer in here too.
Yeah,
I love them, but you don't really hear what's going on outside too much. We don't hear a post ring that loud that often.
You could tell that puck was on a rope, and Matias Del Monte sends his man to the ice emphatically. That was Carson Strike. Hayden Siegel giving chase. Now there he is behind the net. Siegel peeling out from below the goal line. Head fakes, shooting one. Directed up into the high glass, and here's Nagra. Nagra shoots one, pad save. Del Monte just has it hop off of his stick. Final minute of play in the opening frame. Here's Siegel. Can't dance all the way through traffic. Here's Jackson Wyatt with speed, gains his own. Wyatt shoots one, tipped away by Axel Wyatt. Henry Andres now. Pressure by Caleb Strong. Strong cuts him off and gets the takeaway. Final 20 ticks now. Final 10 seconds. UNLV still trying to get it out of the zone. They do. Here's Strong. Final 5. He gets stood up by James Gagan at the blue line. And as the final seconds tick off, Henry Andres is going to skate it. Shoot it well after the whistle. No one's coming over to greet him just yet. We'll see what happens. He does, in fact, skate away. Now through 20 minutes, it's all UNLV. Skating Rebels are up 6-0. Shots are in favor of the Rebels as well, 25-4.
Yeah, yesterday it looked like UNLV, after the first 10 minutes of the first period, kind of put the foot off the gas a little bit in the back end of the first period. Tonight, UNLV was on the gas the entire period. Oregon looked a little bit sloppy, a couple of bad mistakes in the defensive zone. It resulted in UNLV getting a couple more goals than what probably would have happened if those mistakes weren't made. So, game could have very easily been 4-0, but turned to 6-0 of a couple of sloppy mistakes. But not really much that Oregon could do. The sloppy mistakes come from doing the icings because of how long they're on defense, and then you're out there, you're tired, and that's when the sloppy mistakes come in. So really tough period. And next period is going to be even more tough because now it's going to be even harder to get those line changes.
Long change period coming up, but not after a quick break. Stay with us. We'll see if UNLV can build on their lead or if the Ducks can finally break through this weekend. More hockey action coming right around the bend.
second period just moments away here at City National, but we had a chance to talk to Oregon head coach Jack Hyman before the game. He stressed the importance of a good first 20 minutes. Now, Oregon has gotten way behind, just getting 3 shots on goal, and they're falling way behind, and the score is 6-0. He also mentioned that he has to limit icings, and Oregon has had multiple icing penalties so far in this one. Let's send it over to Bo.
I'm joined here with forward Tristan Rand. Tristan, 6 goals for that period. You have 3 of them. What was working so well?
We're just getting a lot of guys in front of the net, and everyone's crashing through and just playing a good, hard 20 minutes.
So a good first 20 minutes. How do you make sure the next 40 are as good as the first 20?
I think we just got to keep doing well in our D zone, crashing the net, getting as many shots to the net as possible, and trying to screen them as much as we can.
Alrighty, thank you, Randy. Good luck the rest of the game.
Thanks.
Boys.
Welcome back inside of City National Arena. Thanks, Bo. Thanks, AHA, as always. Stats through 20, Gildy. Ice looks a little tilted. UNLV up 6-zip. Leading in the shots department. They're flipped on that graphics. UNLV is 25. Oregon is 3. Flip that one around. Some keys to this period. UNLV, just chill out. Stay composed. And Oregon, try and level things out.
Yeah, and I really think, Dom, it's going to be the controllables. Because Oregon, it's tough sledding against this UNLV team, because even if you get a good break, UNLV's speed's able to recover, and they have the strength to be physical and prevent Oregon from getting good quality chances. But this Oregon team, bad turnovers on their defensive zone has been costing them in goals. So let's see what they're able to do in the second period, adjust from those mishaps in the first period.
We're back underway in the middle frame. UNLV and Oregon playing their 5th period of hockey in this weekend. Brock Braslovsky back out there for the Ducks. He took a reverse hit from Ollie Band in the first period and is shaken up going back to the bench. Now he's back. Puck's whacked in to the zone. Here's Brodziak in the neutral zone. Brodziak coming through, tries to dangle through traffic, can't get there. He retains possession. He'll go for a bit of a lap, leaves it off at the point. Here's Nagra. Up top, Gallant shoots one, shoulder away to the high glass. Shot by Nagra, he scores! Devin Nagra's first as a skating rebel. Matias Dalmonte collects the puck, Gildy, and the extra point is good, just a minute and 9 seconds in.
And talking about football, and first off, great to see another new addition get a goal here in the home opening series. But talking about extra points, talking about football, a bright side for this Oregon team with another sport at their school. The Oregon football team defeated Ohio State.
It's a big
today.
win.
That's a huge win for them.
It's a very big win. It looked like a fun game out in Eugene as well. As another icing on the Ducks, and Charlie Marr's not too pleased with it.
It really looked like at the end that Ohio State kind of beat themselves. I'm not really sure what happened, but I got some intel from our ringside reporter, AJ, about what happened. It looked like they were in field goal range. An offensive pass interference led to them going out of field goal range, and then Will Howard tried to use his legs, get a first down, put him in field goal range, but slid just too late where the time expired when he slid. So Ohio State took the L against Oregon. And now Oregon, hey, for you guys listening that are Oregon football fans from either UNLV or Oregon side, big win for you guys.
Very big win indeed. As we said last night, it's 2 of the best teams in the country ranked in the top 25 doing battle. Now on the far end, a shot again by Rand. Loose puck out in front, steered on by Carollo. And Marinaro sprawls out and finds the puck under siege early in this period, just a minute 56 in.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about the rankings. Last night I said probably 2 of the best teams in college football, ranked number 2 and 3. But then ACHA, sometimes that computer, it's off sometimes. because there's times that UNLV, sometimes we feel like they're unfairly ranked based on the computer ranking. So they're blessed to have that AP poll.
UNLV even fell out of the coaches poll, I believe, Gildy, after that Syracuse loss. So a big test was in Logan, Utah. They picked up the win. It got a little scary, as we also said last night, giving you live simulcast coverage. And a big-time collision. Rink wide, there's Carollo. Tried to get to the stick of Stathopoulos. Doesn't get there. Quinn shoots one, tipped away. Dylan Jensen had a goal last night. Had a goal tonight as well. There's Quinn. Shooting one through traffic. Tipped on net by Keenan, and a pad save made by Marinaro. Now Jensen shooting one again. Save and a whistle by Marinaro.
A good sequence there from Marinaro. Faced a couple of difficult shots. Was able to freeze the puck and get those Oregon players off the ice and get into a line change.
17:02 to go in the middle frame. Parker Williams also has a goal himself tonight. Gildy talking to him in the intermission over by the locker room about that goal. And I told him how we heard the ping through our headsets. You have a delayed penalty upcoming on the Rebels, and they touch up. Williams said that he thought he missed the net.
Really?
Actually, he didn't know that puck went in until the official gave the good goal signal.
I mean, he shot it so hard, he probably thought he overshot it a little bit, and that's why he probably thought he missed it. But it did find the back of the net, and a really loud ping of the iron.
It's going to be Parker Williams sitting down for a couple minutes, waiting the official penalty call. Didn't get the signal from the official as the Ducks go on the power play. Here's Connor Hacker. Brock Braslovsky now. Braslovsky looking. That puck hops over the stick of Hannon. Here's Braslovsky down low. Sends it up top. Hacker pirouettes, shoots one, tipped away by Chapman. Everyone's tied up down behind the net. That's fed out in front. Doug Wakeland finds it and holds for a whistle with 1:14 to go.
I really like that look there by Oregon. I liked how Easterson was trying to think a little bit outside the box, trying to put it in through the edge of the net there. But I like the deflections. I like the setup there by Oregon. That was one of the best sequences that we've seen by their offense so far this weekend.
Charlie Marr whacks at one. That puck's whacked away by Nick Slayton, trying to get it on net, and he gets rowed all the way into the boards by Kyle Quinn. Now Henningsgaard up top. And shot there through traffic. Tipped way up high into the netting. That was Carson Strike trying to get one on net from the point.
Yeah, this Oregon team, they're at 13% on the power play last season. And last night, it didn't look very good on the power play. They gave up a goal they gave up a shorthanded goal to UNLV. But so far in this power play, they look pretty strong so far, Dom.
Oregon getting some power play shifts. Then tight a chance for Nick Slayton. Didn't get all of it. Doug Wakeland finds it. And it wasn't pretty, Gildy, but that was their best chance all night so far.
Wasn't pretty, but I don't think that Oregon's best chance will be pretty. It's going to be off of an awkward bounce just like that, where Slayton had a good chance in tight.
Here's Ronan Keenan, spoke to him as well during the intermission, and he said he can feel his goal coming. He believes it's coming soon. Charlie Marr trips up Joey Carollo, and he's very upset about that one. Doug Wakeland makes it to the bench. Extra attacker on for the Rebels. The Ducks touch up, and going to be 4-on-4 for 33 seconds. Charlie Marr still pleading his case to the linesman this time, all the way to the penalty box. He's going for a trip.
Yeah, it was a pretty obvious trip. I mean, maybe he was saying maybe the feet got tangled up, wasn't his stick, but it looked like a trip in this angle. And it's going to be a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey, and then UNLV will have that man advantage.
15-16 to go. UNLV breaking the 30-shot mark already. They got 34, 6 away from 40. Much better looking Skating Rebels team tonight. And same with the Ducks. They're getting more shots on goal. Offense opening up so far this weekend.
And that's just translating from day 1 to day 2, the adjustments from game 1 to the second day. And you can tell that this Oregon team are generating some offense, even though it was on special teams, they generated some. And this UNLV team, they look better on special teams as well, on that power play particularly.
Stathopoulos fresh onto the ice. UNLV back to full strength. UNLV had a chance to hit Stathopoulos on a breakaway, and Dylan Jensen has to corral a bit of a mishandled puck. He'll leave that for Nagra with about a minute and some change to go. Here comes Devin Nagra through neutral's ice. Leaves it on for Preston Brodziak with speed. That puck gets scooped down the length of the ice by Hannon. Now here's Nagra. Mohawk turns and drops it off for Strong. 42 seconds to go. Caleb Strong now. Gets canceled out by Fix. That gets sent down low. Brodziak leaves it for Stathopoulos behind the cage. Up top, there's Nagra on the half wall. That's Brodziak. Brodziak shoots one through traffic off a shin pad of a Ducks player. Strong sends it rink wide once again for Brodziak. It goes off the boards and to a Duck, and they try and send it out of the zone. Get it partially cleared. Final 10. Now here's Brodziak in the final moments of this power play for the Skating Rebels. Behind the net. Looks off Jackson Wyatt. Charlie Mars out of the box. Setting rink wide just out of the reach of Caleb Strong, and here comes Marr on a partial break. Charlie Marr moving on in. Mishandles the puck, centers it to nobody. And Jackson Wyatt sends it off the glass and nearly off the face of our cameraman Rolando Guerrero and down the length of the ice. Now here's Slayton looking, feeds it back door, tipped on net. James Gagan sends it way over the net, and Parker Williams dances his way through Gagan, and here comes the Rebels. Williams to Siegel, hops off his 6. Siegel tries to tuck it behind the Ducks goaltender Marinaro, but can't get it. Icing's waved off as it's tipped, and Doug Wakeland leaves that for Jackson Wyatt.
That was some of the best chances we've seen from Oregon so far in the first 2 games. And they really translated the momentum from getting a good penalty kill into some offense.
Here's Evan West moving in, shooting one. Doesn't make it on net. Connor Hacker sends it out of the zone. Icing's waved off. Wakeland comes way out of his net and keeps the play moving. Esposito sends it in. Kuntz bumps Oyan off. Now here's Dylan Jensen with speed, wins the puck race. UNLV's getting changed up. Jensen feeds it right back down low. And on the near side now, shot from Carollo just skips on net, and we have coming together in the corner. That's Stathopoulos mixing it up. And we have some punches being thrown as well, and here come the tempers flying, and it looks like there's a Rebel player in the middle of that. That's Dylan Jensen. He was getting wailed on by a Duck in the middle of that pile while being held back. And here come the tempers from last season, Gildy, showing their head. I mean, 13 unanswered goals in one weekend might do that to you.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday about how much the tempers were flaring last year, and how last night the tempers were there just at some parts, but it was the tempers were dialed down last night, and tonight it was pretty calm. The waters are pretty calm. Now we're starting to get some waves in this one.
Penalty box doors swing open. Seeing if anyone's going to sit down in the boxes. The captain's waiting at center ice for the officials so they can talk it over. Justice Sothopoulos was right in the middle of it. Gody, not as big of fireworks as we could have, as anyone who watched the series last year, Joey Carollo goes in the box. He was involved in that big scrum last season. Anyone that watched the series last season, or even our intro, we have plenty of clips from that brawl, melee, if you want to call it that, last year. And we know what these two teams are capable of. We know what UNLV is capable of. A lot of their seniors left. But even going back to 2022 against Liberty University, that line brawl to end the game.
Yeah, that was probably one of those wild ones I've seen in ACHA. Definitely since my time being here. I think the Liberty one will rank as #1, but one of those that are up there also is last year against Oregon. It was pretty wild. This year, we talked yesterday, it seemed like Oregon didn't really want to get to that level of physicality where it turned into something like that. And that's been the case so far this weekend, but that last play got a little bit feisty after the whistle. So we'll see what happens the remainder of this one. I still think that the waters will be a lot more calm than they were last year.
So UNLV comes out of this with a power play. The man posted on the board, that's Alex Ulyanov. Would assume he's going for a roughing call. There are two Ducks in the penalty box, along with Joey Carollo in the box for UNLV. So I'd assume once we get the number on the second Ducks player in the box, that's Lars Kroos in the penalty box with Ulyanov. Those will be offsetting minors. So UNLV with a power play, already 30 seconds gone. Strong leaves it for Nagra. Nagra whacks that one on. Very rinkside feed. Couldn't get there. There's Nagra up top to the half wall. Brodziak moving in. Shooting one from the slot. Blocked in front. Brodziak had a wide open net on the glove side. If that shot got through, might be looking at an 8-0 hockey game.
2-point conversion, Dom.
Speaking of the number 8, there's Devin Nagra, quarterback in this rush. Puck goes deep. Bradley Gallant's there. That puck goes out of play after it's chipped up. 33 seconds remaining on the UNLV power play.
All right, the one kudos you really got to give to Oregon throughout this weekend. Their penalty kill has been spectacular against the Rebels. Now, one thing that does happen when the penalty ends, you know that guy gets out of the box. Maybe you're able to clear out the puck right when your guy's getting out of the box and you might have a chance at a breakaway. I know that Oregon hasn't had a lot of opportunities, and the one thing they've been good at has been killing penalties. So let's see if they're able to take that as an advantage when it becomes even strength.
Shot by Del Monte, gets blocked away. Now Jackson Wyatt up top. Cole Wyatt shooting one. Kick save. Del Monte puts it right back on net, and another good save by Marinaro. Here's Nick Slayton. Gains the red and sends it right on net for Doug Wakeland. And after framing that one, he just chucks it out of the glove. Now Oregon's back to full strength. Long flip settled down by Dylan Ford at his own end. And some changes for both teams as Dylan Ford gains his own with speed. Shooting one, blocked away and caught out of the air by Marinaro and held for a whistle. And what do you think about that? This is our first, we got another coming together a little bit on the other end. Cooler heads prevail. But Gody, I mean, what do you think about the framework there for Doug Wakeland strike?
It was
ball?
good. It was good. It was good framework if Yao Ming was the hitter, because the problem is that it's a little bit high, a little bit above the letters there. So when I get those knees down a little bit, a little hard with those pads. But great job with the little maneuver and dropping it. So avoiding the frozen puck there is huge, especially on that power play. Would have made it a lot easier for Oregon to kill it.
Keeping the play going. Dylan Jensen shoots one on. That's paddled away. Kept in the zone by Dylan Ford, but here comes Noah Easterson. Gains his own. Shoots one. Pad save. Wakeland. He'll hold for a whistle.
Yeah, and Wakeland, he hasn't faced a lot of shots tonight, but he's faced a couple of tough opportunities so far against Oregon, and I think that Wakeland's done a good job tonight in that. But there's only so much that he's been able to face because this UNLV defense has been really good avoiding letting Oregon get any good quality chances throughout the whole weekend.
Defensive zone draw to the left of Wakeland. It's Brodziak and Henningsgaard digging in. Brodziak wins that draw clean. Here's Jackson Wyatt. Up ice, Gallant. Gallant centering pass for Brodziak. Just can't get it on net. And another goal by the Rebels. Couldn't really tell what happened there, Gilly. That was a hard one to see from our vantage point right next to the Oregon bench. And the linesman takes a spill in the offensive zone and hits his head. It looks like he's up no worse for wear. Couldn't even really get.
We got a pretty obstructive view. What I think that Gallant got a rebound and tipped it in, but we'll wait for Joel to make the accurate call on this one.
Yeah, couldn't really see what happened there, Gildy. I mean, it's very, very strange goal, but UNLV's two-point conversion is good. Here's Dylan Koontz in his own end. Koontz now up ice for Brodziak. Brodziak sends it cross corner after he gains the red under 8 to go, and a Ducks player goes careening into the corner. He's back up. Bradley Gallant is the official goal scorer. Delayed penalty coming up on the Ducks. Doug Wakeland barely gets to the bench after a drive from Preston Brodziak, or Dylan Koontz, excuse me. Goes straight up into the netting.
Okay, so the play started to become a little bit more clear for me as there's two goaltenders going out.
Looks like Doug Wakeland's getting the hook for Luke Fundater, seeing his first time in net this season.
And Fundater, he had fun last year against Oregon.
He did. It looks like Anthony McNary-Greener's just splitting time with Fundater and Wakeland. Fundater going to be playing the rest of this game. Wakeland playing just over the first half. Now here's Ban, rink wide, Brodziak that gets blocked in front and sent down the length of the ice on net for Fundater. It gets absolutely ran over by James Gagan, and Fundater's down in the net, and Gagan gets shown the door immediately, and we have a coming together. Everyone's swarming Gagan as he gets escorted off the ice. And Fundater going for a skate. His second play of the game. And the whole arena booing the Ducks team. And Devin Nagras talking to the Oregon bench and being talked to by the linesman saying, hey, let's just wrap this up.
Gagan is so lucky that that exit door was that close.
He would have been, that's not even being a homer broadcast. Nathan Hannon comes over to check on Fundater off camera, but that would have been very, very ugly.
If the ice was flipped and he was on the opposite side, he would not have been able to get all the way off the ice.
That would have been ugly.
That is good officiating there. Right there, knowing, hey, know what, get out of here. That's not acceptable. Gain him out of the ice, knowing where the exit is right away.
And pointing immediately to get off. And
because that would have turned into probably worse than last season, I think, Dom.
Yeah, and anyone watching that's a UNLV fan or former player, you know that's what you do. You step up for your goaltender. And that's just normally what happens, but The linesman breaking it up immediately. Linesman breaking it up immediately and just ushering him off the ice to prevent a bit of a Donnybrook.
Yeah, because Fundair took a huge hit.
He was down for a minute too.
Yeah.
And we have.
And they might want to take a look at Doug. We'll see.
Looks like Jensen Radley's calling Fundator over. We have the side door next to Fundator open. That's Anthony Napoleano, the equipment manager, talking to him, making sure he's good. He gives a nod of assurance. And James Gagan posted for 5 minutes. 5 minutes in a game for goaltender interference, so extended 5-on-3 power play, extended power play period, 5-on-3 for about a minute and a half, just under. And then by the time that's over, it'll be about 3.5 minutes, or 3 minutes exactly, for a 5-minute major power play. Here's Del Monte, down low. Shot there and tight by West, save made. There's Del Monte up top, down low. There's West again. Gallant return pass, Del Monte down low. Dances to the center of the ice, he scores. And Matias Del Monte, the captain, answers back for his goaltender getting run over with a goal.
And we're going to have a lot more power play time for UNLV. We talked yesterday and today about improving on the power play, and it's going to be one goal leading to another and another. I didn't know it would turn out like this, having a 5-minute major and having a little bit of 5-on-3 time, but this could definitely spiral. They could maybe get into double digits in the next couple minutes here.
This could get out of control as that puck goes on net clean, and can't help but wonder, just logically speaking a little bit, if that James Gagan play was in light of the handful of scrums that we've had. It didn't seem like it.
It just seemed really out of nowhere, too.
From what it looks like for me, my first impression is he came in way too hot. Couldn't hit the brakes. He looks very apologetic off the rip right after it happened. So it didn't look intentional. He didn't stand over him or anything like that. So unfortunate play. Nonetheless, it results in a 5-minute major power play for UNLV. They're working it around the zone. There's Del Monte. Del Monte feeds one on. Save made. Loose puck. Whacked at by Nagra. Now it's on the near wall. Another shot. Misses the net and hits the high glass. Here's Band. Drops it off for Stathopoulos. Stathopoulos taking it for a skate. Here's Justice Stathopoulos. Feeds it down low. Centering try. Doesn't make it. About 3 minutes ago now, Tristan Rand trying to fire one again. Doesn't make it on net. Another shot blocked in front. Now here's Band again. Oregon hemmed in. Nagra up top. Skating line. Nagra shooting one. Save made. Nearly went in. And the puck comes the other way now. Oliver Band turns it north and hits Bradley Gallant with speed. Gallant gains the zone, tries to center it, nobody home, and that's swept down the length of the ice. 2.5 minutes to go on the James Gagan major penalty. UNLV working the right side again. Rink wide. Del Monte with a drive. Pad save by Marinaro. Jackson Wyatt can't keep his own. That's poked on by Hannon. Now here's the captain, Del Monte, the latest goal scorer. Feeds it for Cole Wyatt. Cole Wyatt looks. Tries to hit his brother Jackson just out of his reach. Now here's Del Monte. Pirouettes away from Braslovsky. Down low, West up top to the half wall, down Monte at the blue line, Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt moving on in, shooting one from the high slot, blocked in front by Braslovsky. Return past Wyatt, now to brother Cole. Cole shoots one, blocked out in front again by another Ducks player. Sets up top, Wyatt at the point. D to D for Del Monte. They switch. Del Monte skates the line now. Bradley Gallant trying to dig at that loose puck. Now here's Del Monte. Dancing around, looking, shooting one, stick save made. And they score. Looks like it leaked its way through. Goal number 10 for the Skating Rebels. 34 straight goals in the last 3 games, Gildy. And
yeah, it looked like it just kind of leaked through there by Dallas. And what's funny was that his other opportunities on the power play, they've looked really sharp, and that one kind of looked like more one of those softer shots, but that's the one that leaked through and finds the back of the net. And the prediction does happen. They get 10 goals within that power play. Not 10 goals in the 5 minutes, but they got to the 10-goal mark in that power play.
It's pretty uncanny.
Just want to clear myself out there.
10 goals on one power play in 5 minutes. I think our voices would be gone.
Or I would have to be on the ice, Dom. That would make more sense.
I mean, there's open ice before this game started, and I was out there shooting pucks. Some of the players were joking to put me in. Would have went home.
Oh, I was saying I would be on the
hour.
I would be on the other team. I would be on the defensive side of that.
Oh, I mean, we could do either. It looks like Evan West was the goal scorer. We'll confirm that coming back from the third period, or into the third period. Evan West appears to have registered his first goal as a Skating Rebel, as Oregon and their 5-minute major penalty kill is up, and they have another stoppage of play with 2:13 to go. UNLV officially breaking the 50-shot mark.
Yeah, I thought it would be around between 35 and 50 tonight, but they reached the 50-shot mark in the second period, and that's because there wasn't in the bingo card that there would be a 5-on-3 and then an unsportsmanlike conduct and another 5-minute major. So that wasn't in the bingo card, and that's how UNLV was able to get to that 50-shot mark that early.
In Oregon with another penalty, that's Henry Andre's a 2-minute minor. So that should take us roughly, it's almost another goal. Lots of oohs and ahs from the crowd. UNLV's just getting power play practice at this point. Here's Cole Wyatt behind the back for Jackson Wyatt. High sticking's a call on Andres. Puck gets deflected high, gloved away, and blown dead for a hand pass.
This is great practice for UNLV. They really needed to get practice on that power play, and they've been getting opportunity after opportunity right now to work on that.
Some UNLV hockey alum in the building this weekend. Former captain Alec Johnson, Brendan Manning, Zach Wixon, Vinny Benedetto, Nick Flanders, another former captain, Jared Erickson. Lots of former players in attendance. Damonte with another drive. Save made and sent down the length of the ice. 90 seconds to go in the middle frame. Jackson Wyatt drops it off for Bradley Gallant. And here he comes. Del Monte. Rink wide feed off the kick plate for Cole Wyatt. UNLV keeping the zone. Rink wide feed. Back door for Gallant. Loose puck gets swept out of the zone. And down the length of the ice. Fundator comes out to play it. Here's Nagra. Can't get it to Brodziak. Under 40 seconds to go now. Now here's Brodziak moving in, shooting one. Save made in tight by Marinaro. Under 30 to go now. Here's Nagra up top. About 10 to go. Strong tries to feed it to the slot for Tristan Rand. Can't get it to him. And the final seconds ticking off on the Oregon power play. Here's Barack Braslovsky shooting one. Blocker save by Fundator. Here's Sothopoulos in the final 10, rink wide. Here's Tristan Rand shooting one. He scores! Tristan Rand, his 4th goal of the game with 5 seconds left in the second period, and it's now 11-0 in favor of UNLV.
The 4th goal by Tristan Rand makes the, what is it now with the unanswered goals? Because I am lost.
12-0, 6-0, 6-0, 35? 6, 6, and 12 is 24, and then 11 is 35.
It's not good when you can't count. That's when you know it's not good.
I was a journalism major, college graduate, yes.
No, I was saying that you can't count. I said that you can't even count how
bad
many
too.
goals you're unanswered by.
That's pretty bad too, but I can't count either, so it's okay. So through 40, UNLV leads 11-0. They have the advantage in the shots department by 40 shots, 54-14. And 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, this is extremely, this is as one-sided as it gets. 11-0 going into the 3rd period. And right now, it's your first home series of the season. So I think in this 3rd period, just work on that chemistry, just working with each other, with all the lines for UNLV. They've been doing a good job in everything. They've been doing better also on that power play. So not really, I don't have any tips for UNLV. When you're up 11-0, there shouldn't be anything really else that you need to be doing better. I think just keep doing what you're doing. And then for Oregon, when you're supposed to control, you can control. Don't run into the goaltender, get a 5-minute major. Too many penalties, and they weren't doing the controllables, and it made their sloppy game even more sloppy. And that's first period, it was not getting good breakouts out. They couldn't get the puck out of the defensive zone. In the second period, too many penalties, and that's why UNLV's up 11-0 right now.
Through 40, quite the 40 minutes, Gildy. UNLV up 11-0. 54-14 are the shots once again. 20 more minutes to go in this weekend. More hockey coming right at you.
Here at City National Arena, third period action just moments away. Currently the Skating Rebels lead the Oregon Ducks 11-0. Now look for the physicality in the third period to ramp up. We've already had one ejection and a disqualification from number 16 from Oregon in a 5-minute major. Already we've been starting to see the physicality pick up. Look for.
All right, we're back here at City National Arena. I had to dump out of that intermission interview very quickly. I had some technical difficulties over the break, but nonetheless, we're back for the third and final frame here at City National Arena. Evan West did indeed have his first career goal as a Skating Rebel. Pretty excited about it, Gildy.
Now the last, I think it's the last one, Ronan, for the roster this weekend.
Dylan Jensen, Evan West, they both scored. Preston Brogdziak scored. Parker Williams scored. Devin Nagra, I believe, is still yet to score. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, it's
here.
so hard to keep track with like 11 goals in one game, and then last night having 6.
Just a whole lot happening so far tonight. Really, it's academic from here as the puck goes into the Oregon bench.
But Dom, so there's situations where you're on the front end and you're on the back end. It happens to everyone at some point in their career. When you're on the ice, what do you do when you're on that losing end? What are you trying to do in those last 20 minutes when you know that you're out of the game?
Play for pride, really. That's all you can do. Play for pride, try new things, try and hone in on your skills, because really it's just playing at that point. You want to take the result out of it and just treat it like you're playing a game of full ice. You're playing a scrimmage. You're playing, you know, just a full ice practice or a stick and puck full ice game. Just play. Play for the love of it. It's frustrating to be down by that many goals, and I would imagine there's a lot of frustrated Oregon Ducks on that bench, but there's still smiles. As we glance over the bench, there's still guys smiling. They're still fist pumping each other, putting their arms around each other, shaking each other, keeping each other loose. So that's playing for pride. That's playing for the love of it, and that's playing, hey, like, this is one of the best teams in the country. We're going to take what we can get from it. We're going to learn, and we'll take our bumps, we'll take our licks, and move on.
Yeah, you want to play for fun, of course, but it's a lot more fun to win. And a high school coach told me when I was in high school, he asked me a question. He said, do you love to win or do you hate to lose? Which one? And I think for me it's hate to lose. There's nothing that it's just too much for me. It's almost like winning's expected. And then losing, it's so difficult. And when you're in situations like right now, the game's out of reach for Oregon. It's difficult. It really is. You really got to dig deep, play each possession to your best ability, try to get something to go. Because remember, you don't want to leave this series without a goal. And they have another 17 and a half minutes to get that done.
That's an interesting question too, Gildy. I think I hate losing more than winning, because once you win enough, kind of you get used to it.
Winning becomes a relief. Like you're allowed to take a breath after.
Yeah.
But then losing, it crushes you. It crushes me at least.
I just losing isn't that fun. I'd rather win and feel okay than lose and not be happy whatsoever. Here's Joey Carollo way up in the rush. Hayden Siegel dances outside. Siegel shoots. He scores. And check another one off. Hayden Siegel, first as a Skating Rebel in the ACHA season, 2 goals this week.
Great job there by Siegel and finding the back of the net. And right there had a great shot, was able to go past a couple of Duck defenders, find the back of the net. That would have been funny if that was 4 to 11th goal because he's number 11, but
and the former number 11 is in attendance. Nick Flanders, who graduated in the spring. We took our grad picks together.
And I have that in March. My grad pictures. I can't believe it goes by so quick, Don.
Yeah, you're getting ready to graduate and leave. The centering pass goes awry for the Ducks. Bit of an older media team. Bradley Gallant's shots waffle boarded away. Here's Justice Athopoulos, the sophomore. Brodziak sends it off the kick plate. There's Connor Hacker. Dylan Ford flips that off the boards. Can't get it out. There's Henningsgaard in the corner. And the Ducks work in the near side. It's about 4.5 minutes gone. A shot from the point blocked by the shin pad of Tristan Rand. Now here's Jackson Wyatt. Through center, flips it in on the backhand. Voiles is back to recover. Now here comes Dylan Jensen. Jensen to Keenan. Keenan shooting one, he scores! And check another one off. Ronan Keenan picks up his first.
And Ronan Keenan was due. He had a lot of good shots today. He had one that whistled right by the post. Both of us thought it went in. We were just waiting for the official to point towards the net, but it was just away. Now Keenan's able to get that goal that was well-deserved for lucky number 13 for tonight.
And when Keenan announced his commitment to UNLV, we talked over the summer at length multiple times about his first celebration for his first goal. He said a multitude of things, a gritty, an Artem Anisimov, gun points.
Well, that's not really allowed as much now in the NCAA and NFL. They've been cracking down on that. A 6-6 gritty would be interesting, though.
Yeah, it would have been for sure. And I mean, when you score the 13th goal, you can't really get too hyped about it. We joked about it, where even if it was to make it 15-0 or something like that, he should still do the gritty because that would be funny.
That
but
would be a little bit
happen.
of gamemanship there, like for 13-0 doing a gritty. I mean, keep the puck.
Stay classy. Stay classy. Good move for Keenan, the 21-year-old out of the USPHL at the Nashville Spartans. Here's Hayden Siegel, another drive. Misses the net.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think that the largest shutout from UNLV since we've been here, was it 13-0 against San Diego State? I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was 16-0 that game.
16.
They didn't register that last goal. I remember that one. Fun fact for anyone watching, I had pneumonia calling that game.
Yes,
I don't even know. Yeah, you did know that. I went to the
I
hospital.
Did. No one else did.
Yeah, I went to the hospital after that
it
game
out.
and found out that I had pneumonia, and they called another 3 games in a couple days. But yeah, a couple years ago, that was 16-0, 15-0, whichever one you want to call. I believe that is the biggest shutout that UNLV has had, even since we started calling it. So we'll see if they can add to that total. That 13 with 13 minutes to go. DeMonte's shot gets blocked.
Yeah, and that San Diego State team, they're brand new to Division I hockey at the time, and they're still getting their feet loose from the new conference change.
And San Diego State since then has taken a lot of steps. I mean, they did lose big to UNLV last fall, but UNLV does play SDSU 4 times this season. twice here in Las Vegas in about a month. Then the Rebels go out to San Diego to play SDSU twice on the road later on in the season.
A fun trip to Southern California. Got to go to San Diego.
Wasn't a fan of San Diego
You
when
were
I
not
went.
really.
I was
Wow.
not.
It's a really nice city. And I'm a Dodger fan, so if there's anyone that doesn't like it, it's me.
I did really want to go to Petco Park
Very nice
at some
ballpark.
point. It's pretty upset last summer. Morgan Wallen was on tour, big Morgan Wallen fan. He was at Petco Park, and I was looking at tickets, and one of my friends, I'll name drop her, Vanessa Panfill, had extra tickets for free, and she didn't tell me.
Ooh.
And only told me 2 weeks
That's
after
brutal.
the fact, and I was pretty upset at that, but we made the Morgan Wallen concert happen, myself, and I'll give another shout out, Megan Roma, the social media person. We could call her team rep officially, but she helps out on the social media. She runs the Instagram, so all of you who follow the UNLV hockey Instagram, it's doing a Megan Roma. We both made it to the Morgan Wallen concert at Allegiant Stadium in August, and it was a great time. So we still made it happen.
Yeah, for baseball stadiums, I've been to 18, okay? There's only one that I went to that I did not see a baseball game in, and that was at
Chase
Arizona
Field?
Chase Field.
Yep, for the
where I got to
Guaranteed
see
Rate
the
Bowl.
Guaranteed Rate Bowl. So I saw a football game played, never a baseball game played there. So that's a small little tidbit about my baseball stadium journey. And I went to 2 recently because to cover UNLV football, got to see the Astros stadium, and then was doing some stuff at Colorado State and was able to go to Coors Field to see Charlie Blackmon play before he retired at Coors Field over there in Denver. And that was a lot of fun. But back to hockey here. It's 13-0. And pretty much right now it's just I feel like going through the motions both teams right now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, UNLV 61 shots on goal at Oregon's 14.
When we're talking about Morgan Wallen and
Yeah.
Petco Park, that's where we're at right now, I think, Dom.
Yeah, I mean, everyone at home, you guys have your screens. We're
It's turned
trying
into
to
a
keep it.
podcast.
Yeah,
It's
we're trying to keep it fun and keep it light. You know, we're trying to keep you entertained if you're still tuned in. Especially right now, it's 13-0. There's not a whole lot going on. Here's Del Monte. Up ice for Evan West. Talked to us at the intermission where he did confirm his goal. Here's Ronan Keenan moving on in again. Shooting one. He puts it over the glass. It looks like it went in for a second. Everyone was pretty confused. Here's Del Monte up top. Shooting one. Blocker save. Rebound. Keenan turns away from Connor Hacker. Centering pass. Jensen shoots one. He scores. Keenan's first goal is a skating Rebel, assisted from Dylan Jensen, and Keenan returns a favor to Jensen for his second of the night.
Jensen gets his second goal of the night. Rebels up by 2 touchdowns. Here, we're just halfway through the third period. Just making it through this one, Dom.
Just riding the bus home at this point. So 14-0. Dylan Jensen with a pair and a collision at center ice between Hannon and Tobin Fix. That's about representative of the Ducks weekend. And here's Carollo. Picked off by Tobin Fix. Hayden Siegel was lying in wait to see if he would misplay the puck. We got boarding penalty. Looks like it's on Kyle Quinn. And Jaden Marinaro didn't even come out of the net for the extra attacker. 9.5 to go. Oregon goes to the power play.
You still have the opportunity to end that unanswered goal streak. And if you want one thing to
No.
go into
38.
38 goals, goodness gracious. What you want to do here is just get one goal so that can go back down to 0.
Yep.
And then you can
You
move
can
on with a goal.
answer, yeah, you can answer, then reset the count. Stop the count, if you will. Here's Baird through neutral ice, under pressure from Sothopoulos. And here's Carson Strike. And whacked at by Band. And finishing that thought from or about Evan West, he was pretty frustrated after the first period, not being able to break through. Told me verbatim he was ready to break his own stick over his head. And he finally breaks through. Could have had two. He hit the post on another shot. But regardless, he finds himself on the score sheet tonight.
Have you ever seen someone break their stick on top of their head? Because I've seen that happen in baseball. Like Bo Jackson was able to do it.
Yeah, just cracks his bat over his helmet. I don't think I've seen that, no. I don't think I've seen that.
Twigs are pretty expensive. Like people
Very, very expensive.
And in Major League Baseball, they get them for free.
Yeah, these guys, they still pay for their sticks, whether it's with team dues or out of their own pocket. So Oregon going to work again. Centering pass, swing and a miss. Now puck goes all the way down. 30 seconds to go on the Kyle Quinn boarding minor. Now Connor Hackert. Rink wide feed on the right side. Here come the Ducks. Here's Bruslovsky. Down low. Return pass Bruslovsky. He loses an edge and falls over. Can't get that one on net. Fed rink wide. Out of the reach. Keenan dives for it. Can't sweep it out of the zone. Penalty expiring a shot. And it looks like it hit the shaft of Fundator's goal stick. Now here's Cole Wyatt. Cole Wyatt pulls up at the hash marks, reverses it for Keenan. Keenan feeding a centering pass, looking for Tristan Rand parked in the slot with no one around him. Voiles cut that pass off.
I was going to say a risky pass, but when you're up 14-0, I think that you have the
just
right
try
to
some
take
stuff.
that pass. Yeah.
Here's Del Monte on the half wall, shooting one into the chest of Marinaro, and a hold for a whistle with 6:38 remaining.
But I did like that power play by Oregon, and even though they didn't find the back end net, I feel like their power play has been progressively getting a little bit better as the game has gone on. Probably because UNLV's allowing just more opportunities. They're playing a little bit more loose out there on defense. But Oregon's had a little bit better look in that last power play.
Another shot blocked out in front. Oliver Band couldn't knock that down. Del Monte can not keep the zone. Now here's Voiles moving on in. Centers one. Fundator finds it and holds for a whistle. Another Angel number, Gildy. 5:55 to go.
There we go, another Angel number. As looked like Voiles tried to do what you said West tried to do, like hitting the stick over the head. I don't know if he tried to break it, but he was holding it and pulling it down his helmet.
And the 555 Angel number means change as Siegel shoots one and scores and gets upended by Axel Wyatt. And we have two players injured on the play. Axel Wyatt hitting Siegel up high, and Marinaro is hurt on the play as well. Siegel's up no worse for wear, paying for his second of the game. And Jordan Marinaro paying for Axel Wyatt, hitting Hayden Siegel way up high and sending the freshman into the goaltender.
Yeah, Siegel scored in style. Looked like he got hit. He got a little bit of a tumble there while he scored, and that extends the UNLV lead to 15-0.
So 5:45 to go, 15-0. This game's starting to come apart a bit here.
I think it came apart.
James
Yeah,
Gagan.
pretty.
is
Yeah,
one of those.
that's where it came apart.
That's definitely one of them for
the
sure.
game was out of reach in, I would say, the back end of the first period, but the game was gone after the Gagan major penalty. And if it was with intent, if it wasn't, it really doesn't matter. It was something that you don't do. You don't just go into your opposing goaltender, and he almost, it looked like he hit Fundator pretty hard, and he was very lucky that those exit doors were that close to him, because if they were on the other side of the ice, it would have been much harder to get him off.
And that brings it up too. I mean, I spoke with Doug Wakeland during the intermission as well, the second intermission, talking about that incident. And when he came off the ice, here comes Dylan Jensen again, shoots one, save Marinaro. Good chance for Jensen, but Wakeland said that the Oregon players made sure to make it a point to have the UNLV guys let Fundator know that they apologize.
Yeah, I did see during the intermission, right when the second period ended, some of the Oregon guys went up to Fundator, shook his hand, and they wanted to make sure that there was no intent from the team. And I don't even think that there was intent on the hit. It looked like too fast, and it was an incidental event that looked really bad on camera, looked really bad when you look at it in person.
Here's Brodziak pirouetting, shoots one off the mask of Marinaro. Here's Kyle Quinn. Quinn gets leveled by Noah Easterson, who's been throwing the body. And fed out in front, the Ducks can't convert on a chance. And now here comes Gallant and Brodziak. Brodziak moving on in, shooting one, misses the net. Brodziak's palms go skyward, looking for a penalty. He gets that puck back down low. Hannon flips that one. Can't be settled down. Under 4.5 to go.
We haven't talked about the shot total in a minute. It's
71. Wow. I did not see that.
I just recognized
71
that.
shots on goal in this game. Here's Tristan Rand moving on in. Centers one off the skate of Cole Wyatt. Nagra pinches and sends it back in onto the tape of Cole. Cole Wyatt sends it up to Matias Del Monte. Del Monte shoots one. Blocked in front. Looked like by Voiles. Baird plays it off the glass. Here's Ban. Oliver Ban cuts to the slot. Feeds it off the skate of Cole Wyatt. Can't corral it. That puck gets sent down the length of the ice, and Devin Nagra skates it, and it's an icing with 3:40 to go.
Yeah, but Marinaro, he had to face a lot of shots tonight. 71.
So might be
and all of them were
record for UNLV. I've seen like 100-shot games in the ACHA before. Hayden Siegel is back out there for UNLV, so that's a good sign after taking a hit up high.
Yeah, he
on
also
his second
took one
goal
yesterday, pretty high too.
And icing's waved off. 3.5 to go. Pass is cut off at the red line by Voiles. Gets sent into the wall by Siegel. Now here's Carollo. Joey Carollo, centered of Parker Williams. Now Siegel flips that one. Almost gets to Williams. Williams gets stapled to the wall behind the net by Crows. Under 3 minutes now. Now in the far corner on the near side, up to the point. Andre's shot's blocked, and now Parker Williams. Pass is picked off at center. Fundator comes out to play that puck, spins it around to the corner. Williams sends it off the wall for Jensen, and now here's Jensen, and it's offsides.
I was wondering if UNLV could get to that 80 shot mark. That would be, which I
That'd
don't
be
think they will now.
remarkable.
But
That
that's
would be remarkable.
I think already 70 is pretty remarkable as it is, and I really feel like that second period, the amount of power play time that they had, they were just peppering shots on net.
DJ playing some Jodeci on a Saturday night. Interesting choice. Interesting choice.
Yeah, it's college weekend out here in Vegas.
I'm a Sisters with Voices SWV kind of guy. Put everyone on. Use Your Heart is a very good song by SWV. For anyone who cared.
I'll put it on my gym playlist. When will I see you there again?
Keenan pokes it on. It's cut off by Jensen. Shoots one right into the crest of Marinaro. And they'll hold for a whistle. It's a 72nd shot of the game. A minute 45 to go. And we got some 21 pilots going.
Yes, and of course all jokes.
I mean, listen to it. Listen to it on your way home. I think it's a good song. I don't know if it's a gym song. It's a love song,
Hey,
you know.
hey,
it's
during-
like use your heart
during-
and not your eyes,
No,
you know.
But during cool down periods, during warm ups, you want to
Yeah.
get the heart rate down a little bit sometimes. So
It's not bad. Workout tips with Gildy.
yes.
Oh, a centering try from Brodziak right through the blue paint. Out of the reach of Gallant. Brock Braslovsky's not happy. He's going for a penalty. A minute 35 to go.
It's probably like you can't let this one slide. It's 15.
He's like, come. He's waiting to the scoreboard too. He's like, come on, man.
Like, even, I bet the penalty box operators even want to go home at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this game kind of it went a bit fast.
Yeah.
It's 9:40 here on the Pacific time zone. Game started
But
at 7:30.
I feel like games, even if they end later, but there's more action going, they feel like they go by sometimes quicker.
Yeah.
And tonight, well, this game it really got put out of reach after that major penalty, put the game in double digits.
Carollo's playing forward as well. Here's Hayden Siegel taking a chop. Caleb Strong has not been in the game, sitting out for tonight. So Carollo moves up to the forward position. There's Siegel on the power play, up ice Carollo. Now Ford. Ford shooting one, he scores. Dylan Ford. I don't know how many different Skating Rebels have scored. It's 16-0, 74 shots on goal. We'll come back when we play the University of Colorado Boulder on November 1st and 2nd. Be right back here.
Yeah, in prime time.
We'll be able to give this to you if you read Kayla Fosse's recap article on rebelhockey.com. You'll probably know how many different scores were in this game. This weekend is just way too many for us to count right now. We don't have the facilities to do that.
We've gone past the stat books right now.
Yeah.
But that was a good goal there by Fordo, and like waited there, saw some traffic around the net, shot it, found the top shelf. Perfect shot.
1 minute to go, mercifully, in this game. Dylan Ford, 13, putting out UNLV up 16. And that is now 40 unanswered goals in the last 3 games, Gody.
40. Oh my goodness.
That we do know. We do have the number on that. And a big hit there by Slayton, hitting Evan West up high. No penalty. And West is not happy, talking to Slayton the whole way. So some liberties being taken. Evan West is going to get changed up, and it looks like UNLV is going to essentially dribble this game out. It's Dylan Ford. And if you want to count both players,
they were playing the music a little early there. I think
a little bit, and there it is. 16-0. The UNLV Rebels get the win over Oregon. 40 unanswered goals, and Jaden Marinaro being embraced by his whole Ducks team off camera. He's doubled over. Absolutely worn out, I would imagine. He looks very, very tired. A busy, busy man. 75 shots on goal.
Yeah, over 70 shots is just that's an outrageous amount for a goaltender to face on any given night. But this UNLV team, they've had Oregon's number, and now they've made that number up to 40 with unanswered goals that Oregon has right now. So it's a difficult pill to swallow for Oregon. For UNLV, it's a great turn of the page from last weekend against Lindenwood. But for Oregon, the good thing is that you can only go up from here.
Indeed, Gildy. They could have learned a lot. I want to keep my eyes on the goaltenders when they interact with Jaden Marinaro. They're all giving him some extra taps. Doug Wakeland, Luke Fundater, extra taps. And the handshake line wraps up, and that'll do it. Team salutes the fans at center ice. 16-0, your final score here from City National Arena. A great home opening weekend for the Skating Rebels. And that'll do it. Once again, 16-0. The Rebels win and sweep the Ducks out of Las Vegas. Next game, we won't be back here until November 1st. 7:30 puck drop once again against the University of Colorado Boulder. The Buffaloes come back to town. That's where we ended the season last year off against. They're coming right back to Vegas to start out November on Halloween weekend. But until then, we have to say good night on behalf of myself, Dom McCavon, our whole broadcast crew of Ryan Gilder, AJ Reed, Zoe Salas, Bo Kennedy, Jack Bridges, Rolando Guerrero, Gene Gomez, Eddie Gentile, Kyle Sparrow, and Kyle Kimsey. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.